the car. Look. Perfect. Don't know what's in it. Naphtha. And then I think this door's pretty much done. So it's a few days later, and I had to start the door again, basically, because what I found was once I got the plastic membrane on and put the door trim on, that I hadn't run a bolt through some of these nuts. These are 1/4 inch UNF spire nuts, as they're called. There you can see they clip over the bracket. So I hadn't run a bolt through, and one of them was the thread was chewed up. So I had to take everything off the door, and I didn't. One was missing. One of these was missing on the other door as well. So I found out that you can still get them, called spire nuts. These are actually Land Rover parts. I think they're for something to do with the front wings or the bonnet of a Land Rover. I'm not sure what series, but 1/4 inch UNF, and they are identical. If you look at, if I can get one out, you may be able to see they are absolutely identical to the originals. It's a captive nut in a clip. Spire nuts, apparently. I didn't know that. So yeah, so I had to take it all apart. I actually replaced 2 of these on the bracket in this door. This is the passenger door, which I haven't done yet, and then the armrest bracket just screws on. So these are these again are 1/4 inch UNF, 1 inch long, 25mm long. So I couldn't find the originals of these. They're somewhere in here, but I don't know where. So I got new stainless steel ones of those. So there's four holding the armrest on. So the armrest, the back bit is screwed through the door panel into this bracket inside the door, and then you can adjust the height of the armrest, and it's just a sprung kind of ratchet, and it locks in position. So the only other thing to do is to put the outer casing of the armrest on. So this basically just hooks over here, and then there are 2 little plastic kind of push pins that go in there just to hold it to stop it coming away. So this should just go on. I think I have to. It's a few days later now, and it's December the 2nd, and it's gone quite cold. So I've got about 4 layers of clothes on. So what I'm going to do is just. So I need to hold the handle out so it goes through. There you go. So that's the adjuster there. So somewhere I have the 2 pins. So I'm just putting the door handles and window winder handle on. So if you look at this, you can see there's, hopefully you can see there's a slot either side of the spindle, the hole for the spindle, and this circlip goes, the legs of this, well, it's not really a circlip, but this clip go into that slot, and they protrude through to grab the spindle. There's a recess in the spindle. So to remove these, actually I've put that on the wrong way around. To remove these, what you need is to hook the end of this out of here. That's not going to work. So let's put it in the right way. There you go. So that's in the right way. So when it's on the door, when it now, I can just push that on because the end of the spindle is tapered, so it'll push the circlip back until it snaps into the kind of indent around the spindle. But when it's on the door, to remove this, I just made this out of a bit of metal. You need to get something very thin, because obviously the door panel is here, very thin in, and pull that clip out like that, and then you can pull this off the spindle. So yeah, I just knocked that up out of a bit of a coat hanger or something. So yeah, so that goes, that's what holds the handles on the spindle. These plastic pieces go on the back of the handle, and just looking at them, actually I've just noticed there are two different types. So some of them, so these actually clip, they've got two little lugs there, and they clip into those holes there and there, and they just finish the, fill the gap between the door panel and that. And then there's these washers that go against the door panel, so that these don't wear the vinyl. I guess these designed to stay in place. So yeah, it's interesting. So if you look at this one, you may not be able to see it, but it's actually thinner there than it is there. And I think, well, I've just put that one on that handle and it seems to fit really well. The other ones are the same at the top and the bottom. I think it's to account for the angle that these sit on the door. Yeah, the window winder seems fairly consistent, the gap between the vinyl and the handle, whereas this is kicked out slightly, so I think that's why, I'm assuming anyway. Yeah, it's definitely, there's less of a gap at the bottom than there is here, so you need that spacer with the gap. So, oh, I forgot I'd put the clip in, so there you go. The way that you remove this, it's easier if you can see down into it. Hook that clip out and that just comes off. It's easy when you, well, it's not easy when you know how, but it's easier when you know how. When you first come to do it, it's difficult to understand how these doors go together, but they are very, very nicely trimmed doors. So doesn't want to go in there very easily. Goes on there. So there you go. So the black plastic piece, trim piece is on. The clip is in. So now, if I just wind the window up, these are square shafts as well, so you've only got 4 positions you can put them in. It seems as though the door handle tends to go up, and you pull it back to open the door. The window winder, I'm going to put, seems to be at 45-degree variance, so I'm going to put it at that angle so that it matches the angle of the door pocket. There you go, that's on. So that's the door, the window, and the door handle. So that door is now done. Need to clean everything, but or the glass. But this one's got the new door seal on that I bought from Wadham's and assembled. It does need, it's come unglued a little bit at that edge. It's got like a at the top of the door, around where the stainless is on the coupe, it actually clips in very tightly around here. But then the rest of the door, it's just sitting in a kind of a wide metal channel, and the seal doesn't clip in, so you have to actually glue it in. So I'm just use contact adhesive. I didn't want to use too much. Obviously, didn't use quite enough just down at that corner, if you can see it. But everywhere else seems pretty good. And if we close the door, it shuts with quite a thud. So that's done. Oh, actually, I've just got to put the 2 pins in the bottom there, but the other one is done. I'm happy with that. It looks a lot better than it did when I bought the car. So just to finish the door, these are the 2 little pins that go in the bottom of the armrest. They go through and attach to the metal frame at the bottom, so they basically just stop the armrest pulling out. When you're using it, all the pressure is at the top, so it's not doing anything other than just holding the trim in place. Incredibly fiddly to get in place. They're quite a tight fit, and you have to line them up with the hole inside the frame inside, all without being able to see it. So I managed to get one in. Just going to put the other one in. So I've put a couple of little marks on the door with a Sharpie, just where the holes are, so I could see, because this moves very slightly either side, but what you can't see is how far in. This one's going in. There you go. That's clipped in, so that can't come out now. The door is finished. Woohoo! Okay, I'm happy with that. So that's one of 4 doors done. The rear ones I've got to finish cleaning, and then I'm going to put I'll just show you the door trims. So these are the rear door trims. They're not in perfect condition. I did clean them once, but I think they need cleaning again. Yeah, they're not perfect, but they're not terrible either. They're usable for now. I'll probably get new ones. This armrest is fixed. It's not adjustable. It's got a grab handle there, and then window winder and interior door handle. Yeah, this is all original, so you can see the new ones have been made in the same way. You know, they're stitched through all the way around, and they have this backing on. These are slightly distorted, but actually when they're on the door they look okay. So I'm going to do the driver's side rear next, and then I'm going to turn the car around and do the other side. The front door's cleaned and ready to go, but the rear door needs cleaning, and this rear door I need to finish cleaning and just rust proofing. So yeah, 1 door is done out of 4. Onward. See you in the next video.